My name is Brandon Noble, and welcome to the WPI GQP Today Show. With me today is Stephen Goldberg, and he will be discussing a fundraiser to benefit cancer victims. Stephen, could you please tell us more about this?
Sure. Our group chose to work on the Joe Andruzzi Foundation fundraising capstone project. People in the local community may have heard of Joe Andruzzi, a cancer survivor himself, as a former New England Patriots football player. He started this foundation to help support cancer patients and their families during these incredibly difficult times.
Very good, Stephen. Now, what is this race all about?
Well, first of all, it is a 5K run in Walpole on June 28th in memory of Elizabeth Shekel. She was a 15-year-old girl from Natick who died from brain cancer this past February. She was very active in sports and became an inspiration to a lot of local people. Elizabeth was known for her perpetual smile and always saying, "I love you," even when she could barely speak. The main goals of the event are to raise awareness for cancer victims and to execute the most profitable charity event possible. We're also having a kids' fun run that will also generate funds and get the kids involved. We even planned entertainment and are providing snacks and beverages.
Wow, that is very good. Could you please tell us more about the work that the group has been involved in?
My pleasure. First and foremost, the whole team has been very energized and enthusiastic for the chance to work on such a meaningful project. It's not about the grade. We are all dedicated to this event. Secondly, we are creating not just a one-time charity event, but a template plan to execute a successful race. The intent is for this to be an annual event. We're creating the working plan. Our team has provided and been involved in the creative strategy and marketing plans, as well as budgeting and forecasting potential revenue.
That sounds terrific, Stephen. I thank you for your time, Stephen. For a more detailed status on this great cause, I now send you to Samuel Shepner in Dallas, Texas.
Thank you, Brandon. My name is Sam Shepner, and I'm a reporter on the story from Dallas, Texas. I'm in Dallas covering another story, but I still have some great information for you. The first aspect of this event that I looked into was the break-even point. How many participants does the Run Like a Maverick road race need in order to break even, or in other words, begin to raise funds to benefit the Joe Andruzzi Foundation? So let's take a look at the numbers. After looking through the financials and the budget for this event, I put together a line graph showing the break-even point. This graph does not include funds raised from donation or sponsorships, but does include variable costs per runner. The dotted black line at the bottom left of the graph represents the fixed cost for the event, which is roughly $3,100. So at 0 runners, the net loss is $3,100. Now at 121 participants, the event reaches the break-even point, represented where the green line passes the horizontal axis at $0. Although the event hits its break-even point rather quickly, it is important to remember breaking even isn't the goal for the GQP team. Raising $25,000 to be donated to the Joe Andruzzi Foundation is. That being said, let's take a look at some more realistic projections that include donations and sponsorships. Here's a bar graph that represents the projected funds raised by a number of participants. Now this bar graph does include a modest amount of donations and sponsorships. Based on projections, worst case scenario of only 200 participants, the event will raise almost $13,000. Best case of 700, $39,000. But a more realistic outcome is 400 participants, the blue bar shown here. The last 5K held at the Boyden Elementary School, the same location of this event, had 400 runners in it, so it is likely this event will have close to the same amount. This brings the projected funds raised to almost $24,000. Now remember, the goal of this event is $25,000 or more. Participants have already begun signing up, and close to $2,000 in donations have been raised. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for watching. This is Brandon Noble signing off. The following is a public service announcement from a local charity.